Thank you for joining me for Are They Geniuses or Really Good Listeners? As you peruse the biographies of individuals the world would call the greatest of geniuses, you find a very interesting dynamic. These individuals credited their amazing discoveries, inventions, poetry, music, and ideas to either an inner guide or to their dreams. Robert Louis Stevenson, describing his inner guide, said, "And for the little people, what shall I say? They are but just my brownies, God bless them. They do one half my work while I am fast asleep, and in all human likelihood, do the rest for me as well when I am wide awake and finally suppose I do it for myself." Poussin stated, "The music of Madame Butterfly was dictated to me by God. I was merely instrumental in putting it on paper and communicating it to the public." Goethe said of his writings of the novel Werther, "I wrote the book almost unconsciously, like a somnambulist, and was amazed when I realized what I had done." William Blake said of his work Milton, that "I've written this poem from immediate dictation, 12 or sometimes 20 or 30 lines at a time without premeditation and even against my will." Richard Strauss said, "While the ideas were flowing in upon me, the entire musical, measure by measure, it seemed to me that I was dictated to by two wholly different, omnipotent entities. I was definitely conscious of being aided by more than an earthly power, and it was responsive to my determined suggestions." Brahms said, "I have to be in a semi-trance condition to get such results, a condition when the conscious mind is in temporary abeyance and the subconscious is in control." The English poet Shelley declared that one after another the greatest writers, poets, and artists confirmed the fact that their work comes to them from beyond the threshold of consciousness. The 1936 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine was awarded to Otto Louis, who discovered and demonstrated that nerve impulses, both chemical and electrical in nature. The experimental procedure to prove this theory came to him totally in a dream. It was Kipling who stated that he had an inner helper who he could get in contact with if he did not think consciously about reaching them, but rather drifted toward him. Mendeleev in 1869 went to bed exhausted after struggling to conceptualize a way to categorize the elements of nature based upon their atomic weights. He later said, "I saw in a dream a table where all the elements fell into places required. Awakening, I immediately wrote it down on a piece of paper." Elias Howe worked for years to invent a lock-switch sewing machine. For years, his attempts were futile. But due to a nightmare, as he defined it, he was shown exactly how to build the device that he sought for so long. He dreamed he was captured by a tribe of savages who took him prisoner before their king. Elias Howe roared the monarch, "I command you on the pain of death to finish this machine at once." Within the dream, he was given the answer that he needed. According to the poet Keats, the description of Apollo in his third book of the poem Hyperion came to him by chance or magic, as if it were somehow just given to him. Obviously, the names I've mentioned have been recognized as great innovators, trailblazers, individuals of great genius. They were recognized as great due to their contributions in their various fields. But would they have been considered great if they had not made their discoveries, composed their music, or written their books? Perhaps, and perhaps not. There are hundreds of more examples of individuals who perceive through dreams, visions, and help from within information that is thrust them into the category of genius. I am proposing that some of them were just great listeners. In my late 20s, after I would wake during the night from a dream, I would hear poetry. I kept a legal-sized pad next to my bed, and without opening my eyes, I would write down what I would hear. Some of the poetry is 24 lines long. I have never rewritten any words as they were dictated to me. All of this is intended to demonstrate and to share with you. We all have these possibilities. It is available to all of us. What makes one person great as opposed to another? Perhaps it is just that they listen better. With love, in love, and through love. All my love to you.